He says they've got it.
We're as compatible as peanut butter and jelly.
But she's not getting it from
He
him.
doesn't want to try new things. I want to drive out to the mountains and I want to go find an isolated, secluded area and I want to just, go at it.
So, while his blind date was sweet and mild,
We ended it with a long, soft kiss.
her date was kind of wild.
What were you doing?
We kissed for about 20 minutes.
Now, will this passion be contagious?
It was sick the next day.
All that kissing.
Or will they have a change of heart?
Welcome to Change of Heart. This is a show where couples, for questioning their relationship, voluntarily go on one blind date with someone new. So let's meet our couple. Now, interest blossomed when he first sent flowers for her birthday. A month later, she left rose petals in his car. Now, with careful watering, their romance has actually been in full bloom for the last 8 months. So please welcome Sergio Garcia and Rainey Casados. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Now, you guys are here because I guess your relationship could use a little miracle growth. Sergio, how would you explain the relationship?
I would say we're as compatible as peanut butter and jelly. We get along great. We have the best time. We make each other laugh. I can't imagine my life without her. She's perfect.
Oh, that sounds good. And Rainey, anywhere, though, that you don't think you're as compatible?
In the bedroom.
Problems there? Explain.
No, wait.
He is a little bit inhibited and he is,
What do you mean inhibited?
You're a little bit inhibited, and he doesn't want to try new things.
He doesn't want to let loose?
Since when was this? I've never even heard about this.
No, well, he's just a little, he doesn't want to.
No, this rabbit here,
He's a
she
little
wants to do it
inexperienced.
all the time.
He's a little bit younger. Wait, time out.
I work.
He's a little bit younger, and so I want to drive. This is what I want to do. I want to drive out to the mountains, and I want to go find an isolated, secluded area, and I want to just, go at it. He freaks out, and he's like, the bears are going to see us. The wolves down the way
All
are
right,
going to see us.
Sergio,
and all this stuff.
what is she like, though, in the relationship around your friends and other people?
She hates my friend. She can't stand my friends. She wants to be me and her every single day. That's it.
I
Exclusive.
say, Sergio, let's go out. Let's have a drink. He's like, yeah, let's go out. Ironically, mysteriously, miraculously, the whole clan is there. So every time I want to be alone with him, everybody shows up.
What's
it's like
wrong?
I'm dating Sergio and I'm dating the pack. It's like
What's
I
wrong
can't
with
be
my
alone
friends,
with
though?
them.
All right,
We are
Sergio.
alone all the time.
Let me
we're
ask you
not,
another question
Sergio.
because we got a lot of things we want to cover. When you came to the show, we found out that Rainey was into astrology. Does that jive with you?
It is so retarded, okay?
Oh, you don't buy any of it.
No. She's like all into this astrology and these dream analysis things, and it's so, no, let me tell this story. We went one time to this dream analysis shop, okay? And they started like chanting all kinds of stuff and bringing back revivals of dreams. I had to leave because I was laughing so much.
So you don't buy into it at all.
Chris,
All right,
let me tell you something.
Wait. Let me ask you this. When you guys get into an argument, what's a typical reaction from Sergio?
Spoiled little immature brat. Throws tantrums. I have to spend half the time kissing his butt to bring him back so that we can be adult and talk the situation out.
And you're not like that either?
Now, Sergio, does she do things that make you nuts, though?
He's an only child. That's why.
That make you throw a tantrum?
I'm an only child?
Yes.
Rainey, you're an only child too.
That's true.
She makes
But
difference.
I've learned to work through my issues and talk to them.
There are no issues.
Talk about
But
them.
Sergio, good point.
It's true.
Does she do things, though, that make you throw a tantrum?
Yes.
Like what?
She's constantly late. Okay? I spend half the time waiting for her, then we go on our date.
Yeah, but wait a minute. Who was late coming here today?
That's right. Who was an hour late to the show?
Because I got lost. I'm new to LA.
Do I look good?
You look great.
No. Okay, I might be late, but do I look good?
You look good, but no.
Rainey, how committed would you say Sergio is to your relationship?
Not as committed as you should be after 8 months.
What do you want?
Are you hearing her?
I think that
I hear her.
it's time to live together.
It's not time to live together.
Yes, it is. It's time.
Why do we have to live together? I'm 22,
interested.
you're 23 years old. Why do we have to live together
Because
now?
there comes a point in a relationship where you have to find out on an intimate level if you're the one for me and I'm the one for you. And
No.
you're either ready or you're not
And
ready.
you think
time
that's really
already.
important then, obviously, Rainey.
Absolutely. I
we
think
have
that
a great time already
we
as it
do
is.
have a great time.
And I need my space and you need your space.
But don't you want to find out if we're... Don't
Thank
you
you,
want to find
thank
out?
you.
Don't you want to find out if I'm the one and if you're
Obviously, you're the one if I've been with you for 8 months.
That's
You
not
are the
true.
Now,
one.
Rainey, well, let me ask you this question, because living together, that's a serious step. If you wanted to go that way, then why come on the show and date other people?
I'll tell you why. Because I think that is a good thing for Sergio to experience somebody else so that he'll realize when you don't love somebody, it's not the same. And I do say that.
All right, we'll see if he comes to that realization then.
All right.
Now, will Sergio and Rainey be calling the movers? We'll be right back to find out. Rainey, now Sergio says that he wants a woman who will go out with his friends and who won't force him to make a commitment that he's not really ready to make. So we got him a date with a gal who's only looking for a good time, and her motto is, the more the merrier. Please welcome Adrienne and Rainey. Hi, Adrienne. Good to see you. Hi, Rainey. Adrienne's a Scorpion, and Sergio, you're what?
I'm a Libra.
Libra, so how does that fit?
Forget about it, Serge. It's not
You know
gonna
what?
work.
I don't care what I don't care what the third walk on Venus says. We had a good time. We're very.
I know Scorpions. Scorpions are extremely demanding in bed, and you're not gonna be able to.
Well, you know what? She can anything she wants. I'll give her. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that's
Now, Adrienne, you talked to Sergio on the phone before you met. When you met him, was he everything you expected?
Oh, he was everything I expected. He had an extremely sexy voice, and I was very eager to meet him. He was very cute, and he was absolutely gorgeous, and he smelled perfect.
Okay. Now, Sergio, what about the date that you planned? Was it important that you be on time?
Definitely. I planned a very romantic getaway to Catalina Island.
Very romantic.
And what we did.
I've never been to Catalina Island.
Well, if I took you, we'd probably miss the boat, okay?
Yeah, you
She
can't
was
do that. You left
perfect.
at the pier.
We got there on time. We just sat around and just talked the whole time. We had a
Yes,
great
it was a
time.
very, very
just
great
hanging
time.
out together was even better.
And what do you do at
romantic.
Catalina Island?
We just have a good time and we talk.
Well,
and
I surely wouldn't know.
Now, Sergio, your beliefs sort of clash with Rainey. What about with Adrienne? Was that a problem?
Not at all. We had everything in common. We both love our friends
Music.
so much. Music, everything. The Scorpio,
Friends.
Libra thing, everything doesn't matter. Everything.
that's
And we're both right now in a position where we just
don't
want to
want
have a good
commitment.
time.
No
We just want to have a good
All
time.
right.
Okay, that works.
We had a great time.
Adrienne, was there
I'm
any...
sorry, were your
what-
friends in Catalina Island?
No, I planned a romantic getaway, the two of us alone.
How convenient.
It was nice.
That's special.
Now, Sergio, what
All right.
about the fact with Adrienne? Did you get a sense that her friends matter as much to her as yours do to you?
Actually, yeah. She came here from Santa Barbara, where she's from, and I had to pick her up at her friend's house, and there was about 8 of them, guys and girls, and I mean,
Poor
it was
thing.
kind of intimidating, and
How does it feel?
it was just, I mean, I didn't appreciate it that much, because I was a little uncomfortable there,
Right.
and they were hollering and hooting and bring her home by so-and-so.
Well,
they're-
I have a lot of friends, so they all wanted to be
Making
there
sure.
for the big
Sure.
date. Yes.
So what about the boat ride to Catalina, Adrienne? What was that like?
Perfection. The ride over there was extremely romantic. We had about an hour and a half ride there.
Yes.
And we just sat and talked, had great conversation. And we actually walked outside on the boat, and we saw dolphins swimming next
Very
to
nice.
us.
Very nice. And Adrienne, then when you guys finally got to the island and got off the
He
boat,
was
what happened?
a perfect gentleman, helped me off the boat. We walked over to a seafood restaurant where he had plans for us, reservations. And we had the perfect setting.
nice.
It was right on top of the water, and he treated me like a queen. Complimented me.
Now, Rainey, I'm sitting here listening to this, and she used the
Yeah.
word perfect a lot. Does he treat you like that and make you feel like a queen?
Well, he is a gentleman. We're never alone enough. I don't understand how. I mean, I understand
We're
you're on
always
this date.
alone all the time.
Yeah, with the clan, the
It's
pack.
not all the time. You're
Most
not
of the
telling
time.
everyone that when I come home from work, I call you,
I
we
want to
hang
go
out.
on a boat ride to Catalina and watch dolphins.
All right, Sergio. Rainey wasn't there, but the two of you were. Did you
Yes.
spend the night, or did you come back that evening?
We decided to come back that evening. She had some friends playing at a club, and the great thing was that she actually told me, "Why don't you call your friends and have them all come so we can all have a good time
Great.
together."
Wow, she
We're
says
gonna
the
have
more
a
the
friend
merrier.
fest now.
It
This
was
is
great.
special.
It was great. Like she said, the more the merrier. And we
Exactly.
had a great time.
Your friends come check her out. What'd they think?
What would they not say about this beautiful woman? They loved her. They loved her, and they told me that if I didn't stay with her, that one of them was going to try to get on her. She was perfect.
One of them was going to try to get on her.
Well,
There's enough of her to get on, I would say.
well, you know what?
me.
Again, the more the merrier for me.
Adrienne,
I like
I
it.
understand
You're gonna
that
need
this
to
was
find
your
out
first
now.
experience at a blind date.
Yes, it was.
And what do you think?
It was the absolute perfect date. He was the perfect gentleman. He was everything I hoped for. The evening was absolutely beautiful. We ended it with a long, soft kiss, and that was it. On the cheek, on the cheek.
And Sergio,
But-
as the night was winding down, what were you feeling?
You know, I was kind of confused actually because on one hand I have this great girl here and I think about her all the time, but it was kind of nice to go out. It was kind of nice to go out and with someone that had the same beliefs that I did, and just loved our friends and liked to hang out and just have a good time. So it was nice.
Okay. And Adrienne, were there any signs that you could tell Sergio was kind of confused about the whole thing?
Oh, not at all. It seemed like he may have been holding back a little because he had a girlfriend. I figured if he didn't have a girlfriend, there definitely would have been more going on.
He would have been unleashed.
Yes, there would have.
There would not have been more.
We don't know.
Yes.
Well, when we come back, we're going to size up Sergio's competition, so stay here. Sergio's date with Adrienne, and now it is time to meet Rainey's date. Now, we've heard that Rainey chooses her friends based on their astrological sign, so we found her a date the same way. She's a moon sign, and her best match is a fire sign because they're both ruled by emotion. So please welcome her Sagittarius sweetie, John McMinn. Hi, John.
How's it going?
Good to see you. Hi, Sergio, what do you think? Does John look like the type that he might be adventurous in the bedroom like Rainey wants?
Buddy Holly here. I think I think this little short guy could not pick her up at all, much less throw her around like she wants to be, so I really don't think.
Okay.
I have nothing to worry about. I really have nothing to worry about there.
Now, Rainey, what did you think? Did you think you guys are going to be really compatible?
Absolute perfect match. He's a Sagittarius, which means he's a fire sign, and my emotions are ruled by Sagittarius, and so I knew that we would totally connect.
So we did good then, matching up those signs.
Yeah, we did. We had good energy on the phone.
So then you're excited about the fact that you guys were going to go hang out?
Yes, very excited. We talked on the phone, and we actually were supposed to date on Saturday night, but we had such good energy on the phone.
We had a lot of positive energy.
So excited to see each other that we decided I had something going on Friday night. So I'm like, do you want to come? Do you want to hang out? And he's like,
so you jumped the gun a little bit, and John, then you ended up planning 2 dates, actually, right?
We had arranged 2 dates, yeah. We had
two.
A little extra.
we arranged 2 dates. The first night we were going to get together with her friends.
Wait. Your friends? Do you see how this works?
Yeah, Sergio, when you make time, though, you can squeeze in 1 or 2 extra dates.
Don't let Charlie Brown hear.
Charlie Brown.
So we went to the comedy club. We hung out there for a while, and
we laughed.
We laughed.
So you had a good time. Now, we also heard that Rainey's always late. Did you have that same problem with her?
Not really. I mean, I was a little uncomfortable because when I got there, I was a little bit late myself, just about 5 minutes.
Oh, well, perfect.
I called her to tell her I'd be a little bit late, which gave her a little bit more time to get ready. And when I got there, she was completely decked out in this little short dress, and I was in jeans and a hat. She was a hot one, man. She was hot. But she quickly changed and went from there.
Now, Rainey, beside his sign and all of that stuff, was there other things that were appealing to you about him?
He has absolutely mesmerizing green eyes. They're just like, you just like want to jump in them. And he's actually the perfect height for me. He just like fits real. He's just, when I hugged him, everything felt really right.
So it felt right too?
Yeah.
And what are you saying? Sergio doesn't really make that same fit?
No, well, Sergio and me fit. We fit. Because, but John was a nice new fit.
Okay. John, so you're on your way to the comedy club. Were you feeling relaxed? Were you comfortable?
I was a little bit uncomfortable because blind dates, I get nervous on these, and I don't know what I'm dealing with. I had no idea what she'd look like, so I was a little nervous. But she took the reins, and she pretty much kept me going with questions and a whole bunch of questions. She just, the whole Sagittarius thing.
And Rainey, could you tell at the club that he was nervous, or did he appear comfortable?
Not at all. He was very relaxed, very affectionate. He held my hand. He massaged my leg.
Massaging legs.
And
that's nice.
He was
Rainey,
really
you have a
affectionate.
boyfriend.
And it felt really weird at first because I'm like, oh my God, I have a boyfriend. I'm not supposed to be doing this. But then we agreed to come on the show.
Right.
So I kind of went along with it.
That's all right. You know what? That's okay.
John, while you were hanging out there with her doing a little leg rubbing, could you tell it was having the right effect on her?
Yeah. It took a minute, but it soon worked itself out. We were laughing, having fun at the comedy place, and I just put my hand on her knee, and I couldn't wait any longer, so I just reached over and planted one right on her.
So then she came. And Rainey, you didn't mind that it was public displays of affection, obviously.
I don't know. His lips were so soft, and they were so unexpected, and I don't know. It was like a total rush that he was being publicly affectionate, and I wasn't supposed to be doing it.
And you liked it.
And so I kissed him.
So at that point, I would imagine you really didn't miss the dolphins in the water off the boat.
I didn't know nothing about no dolphins or no water, nowhere.
Well, Chris.
All right. Now, Rainey, we know the chemistry was obviously working. What about the conversation?
That was a little bit more of a different subject. I'm a little bit more used to Sergio. He's very outgoing. We bounce off each other. Like he's the male version of me, and I'm the female version of him. We're just very energetic. John's a little bit more introverted, and so it was kind of like I had to, throw the bait out there. Yeah, throw the bait out there, and I wasn't really used to that. It was kind of a lot of effort for me.
Now, Rainey, were there any similarities between the two guys?
Absolutely none whatsoever. Complete, total opposites. John has brothers and sisters. He's, a little bit older. He's a little bit more conservative. In regards to he's just more mature, like about money and things like that. You just tell he's just been around about things
So a lot
that.
different than Sergio.
Sergio is fly by the moment, seat of his pants, spendthrifty.
No, he spent lots of money on me.
That's what I'm saying.
I offered to pay, and he paid for everything.
Paying for everything. That's what
Well, you get spoiled that way.
He's spoiled, yeah.
Now,
You're spoiled too.
Now, John, you guys were hanging out. Were you ever alone with Rainey, away from the friends?
Well, her friends wanted us to join them at another club, and we decided that we wanted to spend a little bit of time together. So when I drove her home, we spent a little time.
Really?
Now, you were over at her place.
Really?
Is that where you ended up?
We ended up at her place, and we parked in the front of her house and spent a little time there.
And what'd you do in the car? What'd you guys do in the? What were you doing?
Well, we were saying goodbye.
And
so we kissed a little bit.
Oh, another kiss.
Yeah, we
Another
kissed
kiss
for about 20 minutes.
And your voice was.
Now, Rainey, you said you came on the show because you wanted to move in with Sergio. Did that subject come up with John?
Yeah. I kind of briefly mentioned on the ride home that I thought it was, important. That's how you intimately get to know somebody. But he didn't really comment on it, and I kind of got the impression like he wasn't too interested. So I brushed away from it because I didn't want to scare anybody off.
Sure. Now, John, part one of the date sounded really good. How did part two end?
Unfortunately, part two never even happened because
Too bad.
Rainey was getting a little bit sick on the first date, and the second date she stayed home and
Yeah.
well, the second date never happened.
Oh,
She
it's
was
all
in
that
bed.
kissing. You contracted something.
No. I
something
had
extra.
a cold. I had a cold.
Yeah.
And I had a couple drinks the night at the comedy club, and so I should not have done that. And then I was sick the next day, and unfortunately we
It's
didn't.
too bad because we could have had a lot of fun together.
So it didn't happen.
Sure.
All right, well, we'll see. Will the stars predict a change of heart for Sergio and Rainey? We're going to find out what they decided when we come back, so stay here. The big moment of truth, because during the break, Sergio and Rainey each made a decision about their relationship and what course they will take. Will they stay together, or have they had a change of heart? You guys have been together for 8 months now, and you're at that point whether you should be moving in or moving on, I guess. Rainey, we're going to start with you. We're going to get your decision first. You wanted Sergio to go out on a date so he could actually figure out if what you guys have together is real love or is it something else. Now, he had a good time with John, but you do have the history with Serge. What do you say?
Well, I went out. I wanted him to do that and find out if this is what he really wanted. And I went out and I made out with somebody for 20 minutes, and I found out what I really wanted. And I want to stay together.
Rainey says stay together. Okay. John, sorry the 20 minutes didn't do the trick. Things didn't work out for you. Sergio, we got to get your decision. Now, you're torn because you got a great girlfriend there with Rainey, but you said you're very attracted to Adrienne. So before we get your decision, though, we saw your friends cheering you on earlier, so let's find out what they think you should do. What do you think you should do? Split decision over there. One says change, one says stay. Sergio, Rainey wants to stay. What do you say?
I had a really good time with Adrienne, and it was nice to go out with someone and see what I really have, but I just am not down with my girlfriend kissing someone for 25 minutes 2 times. It's not cool.
So you say change of heart. All right. And Adrienne, that works for you? She's okay with that then? Easy. Now, Rainey, obviously you guys are at 2 different points in your relationship, and it's probably better to find this out now before you actually moved in with a guy, because then it gets really complicated. All right, so hang in there. I'm sure there's somebody better out there for you, Rainey. You'll be okay. That is our show for today. Thanks to Rainey and John, and also Adrienne and Sergio. And we'll see you next time on Change of Heart.